Friends, imagine that every day you have the exact same 24 hours that any scientist, billionaire, or Olympic athlete has. The only difference is that those people know how to run their brains differently. Have you ever wondered how some people stay consistently productive without getting tired, while many of us feel exhausted the moment we wake up in the morning? Sometimes it feels as if our own brain has become an obstacle in our path. Some days, you just want to leave everything behind and lie in bed. The to-do list is very long, but your energy is at zero. When you sit down to focus, distractions start dancing all over your head. Phone notifications, the glitter of social media, and a restless mind that changes the channel every 5 minutes. Now imagine this. A day when you wake up in the morning feeling completely fresh. Your mind works with absolute clarity. You finish every task ahead of time without any pressure. And at the end of the day, you feel deep satisfaction instead of exhaustion, knowing that today you mastered your mind, rather than your mind mastering you. This isn't a fantasy, it's science. Neuroscience has made it clear how our brain makes decisions, how it gets tangled up in distractions, and how we can rewire it to become super productive. The only catch is that we have to play by the brain's rules, not against them. Imagine if you could find your brain's shortcut buttons to control stress, switch on motivation, and delete laziness. What would your life look like? This journey begins right here, where you will learn the 8 brain rules that will take your productivity to a whole new level. These rules are already inside you. You just have to unlock them. But here is a warning. Once you understand them, you will never be able to work the old way again. Now the question is, are you ready to explore the hidden powers of your own mind? Rule 1. Sleep, the brain's reset button. Do you remember that morning when you woke up without an alarm? Your eyes opened on their own, and from the bottom of your heart came a single word: wow. Today feels different. Your head felt light, your mind was calm, and energy was bursting out of you. It felt as if your brain had completely renewed itself. But how often do such days come? Maybe once a week, or not even once a month. Often, we treat sleep as a luxury rather than a necessity. Work first, sleep later. Thinking this way, we waste our nights in the glow of mobile screens. And then the next morning brings the same state: heavy eyes, a tired brain, and an unfulfilled day. The truth is, sleep doesn't just give you rest, it is your brain's reset button. When you sleep, your brain sits back and cleans house. It removes all the useless thoughts, accumulated bits of stress, and clouds of confusion. It properly stores memories, balances emotions, and clears up your thinking. Have you ever noticed that when you get a good night's sleep, making small decisions feels incredibly easy? Your intuition sharpens, you don't get irritated, your focus remains steady, and best of all, your motivation feels natural, not forced. Now imagine waking up like this every single day, fresh, clear, and full of fire. Everything would change. Your speed, your clarity, your creativity would all be at the absolute next level. But this is where the problem lies. We try to multitask even with our sleep. While sleeping, the mind stays active, because Netflix is running or Instagram reels are being scrolled. Far from shutting down, the brain gets overheated, and then a silent war begins between your brain and your habits. The time has come to understand that productivity begins in bed, where you tell your brain, now you rest, tomorrow you have to take flight. When you build this habit, you learn to manage not just time, but also your energy and attention. Prioritizing sleep means giving your brain the respect it deserves, because only a well-rested brain can create the magic that changes the world. So the next time you feel like scrolling late at night, just ask yourself one question. Will stealing this little bit of sleep steal away my dreams for tomorrow? Now the choice is yours. Do you want to put your brain to sleep, or do you want to burn it out? Rule 2. Exercise. Move your body, sharpen your mind. Sometimes it feels as if the mind has become foggy. Every thought moves in slow motion. When you try to work, your attention scatters. When you want to read, the words don't make sense. And when you talk to someone, your response feels mechanical, as if something heavy is sitting inside you. No joy, no clarity, just a strange lethargy. In such situations, what do? We drink more tea or coffee, increase our screen time, or hide ourselves in some other distraction. But deep down, we know the solution doesn't lie there. Now imagine being in that exact same state, but you decide to take just a 20-minute brisk walk, or do a simple workout, a little stretching, a little running. As your breathing quickens and your heart beats faster, you feel the fog in your brain begin to clear. One by one, your emotions reset. This isn't magic. It is the raw primal connection between the body and the brain. When your body moves, your mind wakes up. Many people think exercise is only for muscles, but the reality is that it is fuel for your mind. Every time you sweat, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, the very chemicals that make you happy, motivated, and focused. And this isn't just a temporary boost. Regular movement literally changes the structure of your brain. It strengthens the neurons responsible for your focus, memory, and creativity. You might have noticed that when you try to brainstorm a new idea or solve a problem, thinking while walking is much better than thinking while sitting. The movement of the body creates a rhythm in the brain, and that rhythm streamlines your thoughts. But modern life has made us so static that we have started viewing ourselves as mere sitting machines. From morning to night, the chair, the couch, the car seat, and then the bed. Slowly, the energy that used to be our identity fades away. Exercising doesn't mean you have to go to the gym. It means giving oxygen to your brain, bringing flow to your emotions, and making your body so alert that your mind naturally activates. When you tell yourself, "Today I will walk for just 10 minutes," those 10 minutes can take you into a world where clarity, confidence, and calmness become your default state. Exercise is the key that opens the doors to productivity, and the best part is that this key is always with you. You just need to turn it every day. So next time your mind feels dull, motivation vanishes, or a task feels heavy, ask yourself, do I want to keep sitting, or should I get up and walk? Because sometimes a simple step can shift your entire life. Have you ever found yourself doing 5 things at once? A phone in one hand, typing on a laptop with the other, a replay of an old conversation running in your mind, a YouTube video playing in the background, and on top of that, your mind reminding you that there is something else left to do. Yet at the end of the day, when you pause, the question arises, what did I actually achieve today? And the answer you get is, I tried to do a lot, but nothing got fully completed. This is the false comfort of multitasking. You feel like you are managing a lot, but in reality, your brain is jumping from one task to another every 10 seconds. With every jump, your energy fractures. Focus is not a luxury, it is a superpower. Every truly successful person in this world has mastered this power. When your mind fixes entirely on a single task, your brainwaves work like a laser beam. You go into the depths, where creativity explodes, clarity becomes crystal clear, and time feels as if it has flown by. But the modern world pulls us away from focus. Every beep, every notification, every vibration disconnects you from your original thinking. Your brain slowly becomes addicted to shallow thinking. Short videos, short thoughts, short attention spans, and ultimately, short-lived success. Imagine a day where you focus on just one task with full dedication and complete presence. No distractions, no unnecessary switching. Just you and that task, creating a calm, deep connection. What would the quality of that work be? What would that feeling be when you lift your head after finishing it? This is the power of deep work, where work doesn't just mean ticking off a task, but immersing yourself in it. Reclaiming your focus is not an impossible task, but it is a conscious decision. You have to teach your mind that not everything is urgent right now. When you do this, Your mind will resist, make you feel bored, and increase your craving for distractions. But if you stick it out in that moment, you find yourself in a new world where your mind is calm and your actions are powerful. Once you achieve this, you are able to do more impactful work in less time. This is the true face of productivity. It is quiet, not loud. It is centered, not scattered. So next time you engage in any work, just ask one question. Am I truly present in this work? If the answer is no, take a pause, take a deep breath, and step into just that one task. Because when you give 100% focus to one task, that is where your journey to becoming extraordinary begins. Rule 4. Stress. Manage it before it manages you. Sometimes we are sitting quietly, but a storm is raging inside. Our breathing is fast, our heart is anxious, and our mind is drowned in an unknown fear. There is no clear reason, yet it feels as if something terrible is about to happen. This is stress. It isn't visible from the outside, but it consumes us from within. The most dangerous thing about stress is that it creeps in slowly, and we get used to living with it. We ignore it by calling it normal pressure, just a little busy, or the mind is a bit off today. But the truth is, stress is never silent. Every day it slows down our thinking, weakens our focus, and fills our decisions with fear. Imagine working on a task. From the outside, everything looks fine, but inside there is the pressure of anxiety. You judge yourself for every tiny mistake, overthink every step, and link every outcome to failure. What will the quality of that work be? How painful will that journey be? Stress burns productivity from the inside out, and it doesn't just affect the mind. Your body reacts too. Your sleep gets disturbed, your energy stays low, and slowly you learn to live with exhaustion. But this doesn't mean stress cannot be avoided. Stress is not an enemy. It is a signal. It tells you that something somewhere has gone out of balance. When you learn to listen to this signal, you start managing stress instead of ignoring it. The first step is to take a pause. When you feel restlessness inside, stop everything for a moment. No phone, no talking, just connect with yourself. Take a deep breath and ask your mind, what do you need right now? Sometimes the mind needs space, sometimes clarity, and sometimes just the reassurance that you are not alone. Another powerful way to handle stress is movement. When the body moves, emotions flow. Take a walk, do some stretching, or just spend a few minutes in the open air. The mind will naturally begin to feel stable. Most importantly, reset your expectations. We expect ourselves to be perfect, put pressure on ourselves to do everything quickly, and lose ourselves in this very pressure. You are a human being with feelings, boundaries, and above all, the capacity to heal. Managing stress means giving your mind the respect it deserves, listening to it, understanding it, and living in cooperation with it. Because if you don't stop stress, one day stress will stop you. Now the question is simply this: will you let yourself slide toward burnout, or will you take a small step today to start healing yourself? The choice is yours, and so is your peace. Rule 5. Repeat to remember. The power of repetition. Have you ever felt that you hear certain things over and over again, but when you actually need them, you can't remember them? Like reading an important idea, writing down an inspiring quote, or learning a concept, but when the time comes to take action, your mind goes completely blank. Sometimes we think, maybe my memory is weak, but that's not true. The truth is, our brain doesn't store information just by hearing or seeing it once. It strengthens it through repetition. Our brain is like a muscle. You cannot get six-pack abs by going to the gym just once. Similarly, you cannot remember something forever just by reading it once. Real retention comes from repetition. When you hear something repeatedly and think about it repeatedly, that information stops being just data and becomes a part of your mind. This is why the lyrics of songs you never intentionally tried to memorize stay on the tip of your tongue, because you have repeated them, heard them, felt them, and absorbed them. Imagine if you applied this exact technique to your goals, your learning, and your values. Couldn't you engrave them inside yourself forever? The biggest problem in modern life is that we consume new things every day, but we never repeat them. We look for inspiration, but fail to integrate it. You hear a great idea, feel motivated, and then swipe to the next reel. This is why we stay inspired, but never get transformed. Repetition isn't boring, it is the language of the brain. When you say an idea to yourself repeatedly, when you read it twice a day, when you write it down, your brain prioritizes it. This is what builds your habits, influences your decisions, and designs your results. If you want to learn a skill, change an emotion, or develop a mindset, start repeating it daily. It will feel awkward at first, and your mind will resist. But slowly, those new thoughts will sink into your subconscious. Then, you will be amazed at how clearly you started thinking, how confidently you make decisions, and how fast you are growing. Repetition turns knowledge into memory, and memory into action. So next time a powerful thought touches your heart, don't just let it pass by. Catch it, repeat it, and absorb it, because what you think about over and over again eventually becomes your identity. Rule 6. Visuals beat text, the mind's natural language. Have you ever read a line in a book that made sense at the time, but a few days later you forgot it? And then on some other day, you saw a simple picture that, without saying a word, shook you to the core. This is the true power of visuals. Our brain understands pictures much faster than words, feels them more deeply, and remembers them for a much longer time. When you see an image, the brain absorbs the entire picture all at once, the color, the emotion, the meaning, all in a single flash. To read text, we have to concentrate and decode the meaning, but visuals go straight into the heart and mind. Imagine you need to understand a new concept, and you have two choices: read a long paragraph, or look at an infographic that explains the same thing using colors and shapes. Most people will choose the second option. Why? Because it is faster, clearer, and naturally engaging. When learning happens with visuals, it doesn't feel dry, it becomes an experience. This is why children's books have pictures, but as we grow up, we abandon that habit, and then learning starts feeling boring. If you want to increase your productivity, master a skill, or remember an idea, why not make visuals a part of your thinking? Mind maps, diagrams, color-coded notes, sketching out ideas, all of these keep your brain engaged. You stop thinking just with logic and start thinking with imagination. This imagination becomes the fuel that takes your thinking to the next level. Visuals give you clarity, like a path suddenly clearing up in the fog. When you turn a goal into an image and put it on a vision board, it stops being just a dream. It becomes a visual reality that pulls you in every day, inspires you, and reminds you why you started. Visuals are not just seen, they are felt. And when something is felt, it is never forgotten. Therefore, if you want your thoughts to stay organized, your ideas to stay remembered, and your mind to stay fresh every day, make visuals your best friend alongside text. In this fast-paced world, where everyone is running after information, the people who forge ahead are the ones who learn to visualize it. Now the choice is yours. Do you just want to read everything, or do you want to see it, feel it, and make it a part of your life? Rule 7. Emotions drive action. Logic spark, emotion engine. Whether we admit it or not, our decisions, our goals, and our productivity are driven not by logic, but by emotion. You must have noticed that when your heart connects with something, you can spend entire nights on that work without getting tired and without stopping. But if your heart isn't in it, that same work becomes a burden. You feel like procrastinating, and every minute feels heavy. Sometimes we push ourselves, stay disciplined, don't waste time, don't be lazy. Yet the motivation remains missing from the inside. Why? Because the logic is there, but the emotion is absent. Emotion is the invisible force that can set fire to any action. If you don't have an emotional connection to a goal, that goal remains just a list, a task you want to tick off, but don't want to truly live. Think about it. When a mother stays awake night after night for her child, When a soldier risks their life for the country, or when an artist spends months on a single painting, are they doing it just out of routine? No, there is emotion there. There is a deep drive, a personal meaning. Emotions awaken the sleeping energy inside you. When a task stops being just necessary and starts feeling like it belongs to you, a different kind of fire rises from within, making your actions unstoppable. The problem arises when we plan our work using only logic. I need to reach there. But we don't think about why we want to do it. Every action must have an emotional reason behind it, a reason that touches your heart. Because when the heart is involved, the mind naturally aligns itself. If you want your mind to break free from distractions, if you want to feel inspired the moment you wake up, first discover how your work connects to your heart. Link every task to a story. Find an emotion behind every goal, whether it is joy, pain, guilt, pride, or an unfilled dream. Because emotions are the engine that moves the mind. When your brain works with an emotional drive, your productivity stops being mechanical and becomes magical. So next time you start delaying a task, don't ask yourself, should I do this or not? Instead, ask, what feeling of mine is connected to this work? Because when the reason comes from the heart, the action never stops. Rule 8. Brain needs breaks. The art of pausing. Sometimes we expect ourselves to work like machines, moving constantly, never stopping, never tiring, finishing tasks from morning till night, ticking off goals, and showing maximum productivity every single day. But the truth is, we are not machines. We are humans, and no matter how powerful our brain is, it has its limits. Have you ever noticed that when you work for hours without a break, a point comes where your mind feels completely blank? Your body is in the chair, but your focus has drifted somewhere else. You look at the screen, but nothing registers. A mental exhaustion settles over your brain. This is the exact moment your brain signals you, I need to breathe now. But what do? We feel guilty. If I take a break, time will be wasted. We force ourselves, let me do just a little more, then I'll rest. But in that little more, we end up losing our energy, our focus, and our creativity. Taking a break is not a weakness, it is the way you recharge your productivity. Inside our brains, there are ultradian rhythms, a natural cycle that runs every 90 to 120 minutes. This means your brain can work at peak focus only for that amount of time before it needs to reset. If you ignore that reset, you slowly get trapped in a low energy zone instead of maintaining high performance. But when you give your brain short breaks at the right time, the mind sharpens right back up. Short breaks of 5 or 10 minutes, where you sit with your eyes closed, take a short walk, or take deep breaths, give silent power back to your brain. Then the same mind that had slowed down starts working with double the clarity and speed. Breaks don't push you backward, they give you the power to bounce back. But this is only possible when you take a break with awareness, not with guilt. Your mind works for you all day, solving complex problems, handling emotions, maintaining focus. Doesn't it deserve a little rest? Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is nothing at all. Just take a pause, and in that pause, feel yourself come back. Because when you give the brain space, it gives you answers that you would never find in a non-stop hustle. So next time your mind feels tired and your heart says, just stop for a bit, then stop. Quietly, without guilt, and with full respect, because this is the very stop from which your true speed begins again.